Halloween Kills is directed by David Gordon Green. This is a horror crime thriller movie. This is the second installment in David Gordon Green's Halloween trilogy. Halloween Kills stars Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, Judy Greer as Karen Nelson, Andy Matichak as Allison Nelson, Will Patton as Officer Frank Hawkins, Dylan Arnold as Cameron Elam, Anthony Michael Hall as Tommy Doyle, Kylie Richards as Lindsay Wallace, Nancy Stevens as Nurse Marion Chambers, Robert Longstreet as Lonnie Elam, Charles Cyphers as Lee Brackett, and both Nick Castle and James Jude Courtney as Michael Myers the Shape. This movie is rated R for strong, bloody violence throughout, grisly images, bad language, as well as brief drug and alcohol use. This movie would be okay for anyone 18 years of age and older, but no one below that. The violence in this movie is brutal. The movie has a runtime of 1 hour and 45 minutes. Halloween Kills was released in theaters in the United States on Friday, October 15th, 2021. I saw this movie 4 times in movie theaters. Halloween Kills was supposed to be released in theaters and on Peacock in October of 2020, but it was pushed back and delayed 1 whole year due to the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. Halloween Kills picks up right where the last film left off on Halloween night 2018. Laurie, Karen, and Allison survived Michael's attack on them and trapped him in Laurie's survival basement bunker and set the entire place on fire. Now the 3 of them are on their way to the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital in the back of a random guy's pickup. Laurie is bleeding badly from being stabbed by Michael. Firefighters and emergency crews arrive at Laurie's house and compound, which she set ablaze. The firefighters enter Laurie's home and put out the fire, and one of the firemen falls through the floor into her basement. Michael comes out of the gun locker and kills the firefighter and gets out of the bunker with help from another fireman who thinks he's helping his fellow firefighter, not knowing it is Michael Myers. Michael comes out of the house and kills all the firefighters, police, and emergency personnel that are on site. Michael starts making his way through Haddonfield once again, killing anyone and everyone he comes across. Laurie makes it to Haddonfield Memorial Hospital where she undergoes emergency surgery to repair the knife wound where Michael stabbed her in the stomach. Michael makes his way back to his childhood home where he kills the 2 people who now live there. The survivors from the 1978 massacre include Tommy Doyle, Lindsay Wallace, Nurse Marion Chambers, Lonnie Elam, as well as Lonnie's son Cameron Elam and Allison Nelson, along with many other townspeople, turn into a mob as they try to hunt down and kill Michael Myers for good. Okay, that is the summary synopsis for the film. Here are my negatives. The story, compared to Halloween 2018, really kind of falls flat on its face, but it's not a bad story. Michael really has nothing to do in this one but go around and kill random people just for the hell of it. I mean, that's not a bad story. We always enjoy Michael doing his thing. And the whole town mob created by Tommy Doyle just didn't sit well with me. I think it's because we've seen this in real life not too long ago. Plus, all Laurie does in this movie is lay in a hospital bed with hardly anything to do. The legacy characters that return in this one are, of course, Tommy Doyle, Lindsay Wallace, Lonnie Elam, and Nurse Marion Chambers. Okay, first of all, they should have brought back the original actor who played Tommy Doyle in 1978, which was Brian Andrews. But since they didn't, Anthony Michael Hall was the next best choice. And I did like Anthony Michael Hall as Tommy. But it also would have been interesting to see them bring back Paul Rudd as Tommy Doyle from Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. I thought it was great to see all of them, but really, it wasn't needed for them to be in this movie. I really liked Anthony Michael Hall's take on Tommy Doyle, but I did not like how he created this town mob to go out and hunt down Michael. The reason I did not like this character is because it didn't feel like it is something Tommy would do, creating a mob. Plus, it has too much real-world reality to it since we had mobs and riots and such in the summer of 2020 here in the United States in real life. I would have rather seen Tommy, Lindsay, and Lonnie, just those 3, go out and hunt Michael Myers down themselves and really give it to him. I really felt like they pissed on Nancy Stevens' character, Nurse Marion Chambers. I wanted to see her kind of kick some ass for Dr. Loomis. And why couldn't they have had her, when she had the gun, at least have 1 or 2 bullets left in the gun when Michael attacks them, and when she says, "Hey Michael, this is for Dr. Loomis," and get at least 1 or 2 shots into him, like into his chest or face or something. But no, the gun had to be empty. The way she went out was very disgraceful, and the filmmakers should be ashamed of themselves for that.
Hey Michael! This is for Dr. Loomis.
I hated the nurse and doctor characters from the comedy club in the movie who were with Marion and Lindsay. When they all get attacked by Michael, I thought they were stupid characters and provided nothing to the plot of the story, and they did nothing but get in the way, and I was really glad when Michael killed both of them. Karen Nelson is worse in this movie than she was in the first film. She is so annoying, but at least she tries to help the guy from the mental hospital who everyone is after, thinking that it's Michael when it isn't. Plus, she and Tommy and the town mob set up a trap for Michael near the end of the movie. Those are the only things she does in the film that are good. Other than that, her character is just useless. After Lindsay attacks Michael with a bag full of bricks and he counterattacks her, but she gets away and hides near a tree near the river at the park, it shows Michael walk off when he doesn't find her. So he comes back to display the bodies on the playground equipment, and what, she just stays there and watches him and he doesn't see or hear her? What also drives me crazy is the fact that after he walks off, that she didn't get up and leave to go get help. I mean, that literally drove me crazy. Then the whole town chasing Mr. Tivoli, who's the other Smiths Grove inmate, through the hospital, and Karen trying to save him, and then he can't get away from the mob, so he jumps from like the 3rd or 4th floor of the hospital to his death. The whole sequence just took me out of the film and made me feel like I was watching something else and not a Halloween movie. And speaking of the hospital, why does Haddonfield Memorial Hospital look so big? I mean, this is like a small town, not a big city, and why do they have a special surgery team that is on standby for things like Lori's stabbing? I mean, like I said, this is not a big city hospital or a level 1 trauma center ER. This isn't Angels Memorial Hospital from the CBS medical drama Code Black. This is Haddonfield, Illinois, which is a small town. At the end of the movie, right before Karen is killed, how in the hell does Michael get back to his house so fast? Did he run or sprint over there? Or did he acquire teleporting powers all of a sudden like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? And when he got to the house, there were police and EMTs and people like that everywhere. So how did no one see him go in or see him walking around? And last, but certainly not least again, the filmmakers have to put in this movie some more of the woke LGBTQ plus shit. I'm talking about the 2 gay couple, the 2 idiot guys who live in the Myers house. I mean, seriously, why do they have to put that junk in the movie? Once again, Hollywood, stop putting the woke shit in movies and TV shows, books, video games, and other entertainment. We are sick of it. Okay, those are my negatives. Now, here are my positives. The kills in this movie were very creative and very gory. We see a very pissed off and angry Michael Myers. The way he killed some of the characters was really hard to watch. The actors in this movie who played the characters did a good job with the characters. Even the characters who you hate or find annoying, the actors did a good job of becoming those people. I liked the character of Tommy Doyle in this movie, I just did not like what they had him doing. I liked his bat, Old Huckleberry, from the comedy bar. I liked Lindsay Wallace. I just wish they would have given her character more to do and that she would have had a longer fight with Michael. Robert Longstreet, who plays an adult Lonnie Elam, was an absolute surprise and probably my favorite character in this movie. I am not familiar with a lot of Robert Longstreet's work, but damn, he killed it in this movie. I was hoping he would survive till Halloween ends, but he doesn't. Lonnie Elam's son, Cameron Elam, who is Allison's boyfriend, really messed up with her in the last movie at the Halloween dance at Haddonfield High School, but he really redeems himself in this movie, and I really liked him even more in this movie than I did in the 2018 film. He and Allison pretty much get back together in this movie until the end when Michael violently attacks and kills Cameron in the Myers house and injures Allison badly. Nick Castle and James Jude Courtney once again kill it as Michael Myers the Shape. They are both so good in The Mask. These two will always be my favorite people to portray Michael Myers the Shape. The movie takes place on the same night as Halloween 2018, so this movie takes place all at night, and it uses the darkness to its advantage. Plus, where there is light, it uses mainly warm colors. It's a very smooth looking film compared to Halloween 2018. The visual and special effects in this movie are great. Most of the effects are done practically for real and look amazing. Especially the flashback scenes of the 1978 Dr. Loomis. Only makeup and prosthetics were used on this actor to bring Loomis back to life. Not an ounce of that was CGI. If there are any CGI effects in this film, they are done so well and hidden so well that I couldn't even spot them even if I tried. I loved all the practical effects. All the flashback scenes from Halloween night 1978 looked amazing, like it was actually shot back then in that time period. The old Myers house, the look and feel of all those scenes, and the greatest part was the return of the original white 1978 Shatner mold Michael Myers mask. My God, it looked amazing, and the young actor who played Michael in those scenes was fantastic. One thing I was glad to see in this movie was the fact that Will Patton's character, Sheriff Frank Hawkins, survived after being attacked and makes it to the hospital alive. I was so glad they didn't kill him off. Finally, there's the musical score. The score for this movie is just as great as the Halloween 2018 score music. The score for Halloween Kills was composed and conducted by John Carpenter, Cody Carpenter, and Daniel Davies. We of course get the main Halloween theme with some of the score music from Halloween 2018, but the composers bring us some new tracks as well and build off what they did in 2018. The Halloween Kills score is awesome, thrilling, and scary. Okay, those are all my positives. Now, it's grading time. I'm going to give the horror movie Halloween Kills a B. Here are my final thoughts. As much as I liked Halloween Kills, this one does fall a little bit short of Halloween 2018. It's still good, thrilling, and exciting, and a really scary movie, but this one just had a lot of problems, and the way they took this one and some of the things and choices they made were just not good. Plus, some of the characters and their arcs just sucked. I do like this movie, but I liked Halloween 2018 better. I do enjoy watching this movie. It is a fun and very enjoyable movie with a very pissed off Michael Myers. I do own this movie on Blu-ray and DVD, and I hope to get it on Steelbook soon. If you haven't seen this movie, you need to see it at least once. But each time I watch this movie, I think I like it a lot better. So, okay, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to say good night. God bless. I love all of you. I will see you all in the next video, and happy Halloween.